Hello, Colin Hopkins here with Key Renter Salt Lake. A lot of people have been asking me, how much can I rent my home for? Or how do you guys determine how much a home rents out for? Well, today we're going to talk about that. But before we get started, I'm going to talk about two things you probably shouldn't do when you're determining your rent pricing, your rental rates. First one is look at your mortgage and say, that's how much I need to rent my home for. In today's market, buying a home is more expensive than renting a home, so your mortgage is probably going to be more than what you realistically can rent out for. We've seen a lot of this recently, people building townhomes and single-family homes that have mortgages above $3,000 and the rents are in the low to mid 2,000s. Unfortunately, basing your rents based off of your mortgage is not going to work out most of the time. The second thing is, what do you think you can rent your home for? Going off of what you think typically is not a great starting place, because when you own something, you typically have an inflated view of how much it's worth. It's just part of us, what's mine is better kind of mentality. And we can't really justify, because you own it, it's better than the other homes out there. So what we do is we have a 3-step process that's based off of data, and that's how we determine our rent rates. So the first step we go to our website, keyrentersaltlake.com, and use our rental tool. We have our own algorithm that pulls historical data from neighborhoods of homes within the area, similar square footage, similar beds, bath count, and pulls what they actually rented for. It'll give you a link to an old Zillow listing for what the picture looks like, so you can compare it to those. And it gives you high-low range as well. So it'll give you an average for the neighborhood, a low range, and a high range, and you base your home based off of, is it in great condition, is it in poor condition, and you can get a general rule of thumb on how much to rent your home for. That's where we start, gives us a window, a starting place. Then we go into our portfolio. We have over 300 rental properties here in the Salt Lake area, and we rent out about 80 to 100 per year. So we have a pretty good idea of what a home will rent for in most areas, because we've probably rented one out nearby, and can get a neighborhood by neighborhood example of a property that we've rented out and what our experience was with that. So that experience is huge in being able to say, like, hey, this is a great neighborhood. We rented this home in 6 days. Great tenants for top dollar, versus, oh, this neighborhood, we tried it here, but I ended up having to come to this price point because of a couple factors that we heard from people. So we can use that experience that we've got. Then the third thing we do is we go to active listing sites like Rentler, KSL, Facebook, Zillow, any of those top sites. We'll go on and see what's active in those neighborhoods. Look at their pictures, see what kind of condition they're in, see how long they've been listed, because all the sites will tell you been up for 5 days or 25 days or 50 days. And when we see those numbers creeping up double digits and above 30 days, we know that home probably can't rent for that much. So we use that along with our current experience with renting out homes and the historical data to determine an accurate rent price. If you know anybody that is looking to rent out their home or is struggling to rent out their home, have them reach out to us. We provide this rental analysis for free to anyone. You can always go to our website, and right there at the very front, it's just type in the address and it will start pulling up the information for you to pull your own rent report, or send them to us and we'll do the deep dive and heavy lifting to get you an exact look at what we think you can rent your home out for. So if you have any friends, tell them to reach out to us, team at Key Renter Salt Lake. Once again, thank you so much for your time. Colin Hopkins, happy to help however we can. Have a good one. Bye.